I've been streaming for 5 hours and 15 minutes. That's a pretty awesome thing, in my professional opinion. Alright. Whoa, calm down. Time to read Adventure Chapter 6. I think there's 10? 10 or 12, I don't remember, but whatever, man. Chapter 6, The First Snow. Take a look at this, it's great. Calling over to Reese, I opened the classroom window. White snow fell down from the black clouds. Heh, that's a game. Do you think it'll snow enough? According to the radio this morning, I think it will. Nice, that's good news. We looked at each other and grinned. We had a promise between Marival that we'll get to play together with a snowmobile when it snowed. This year, the first snowfall was belated compared to previous years, but it looks like we'll get our first chance today. I closed the window as I kept grinning. I never felt a lecture go so long before. As soon as the bell rang, I packed up my books to get ready. Then Violetta, with her cheeks blushed, came over to our desks. Hey, would you like to play checkers at my place today? We can't go outside because of the snow, and I wanted to apologize about the run-in about the ribbon, too. Slightly withdrawing her eyes from me, she twiddled the tips of her wavy blonde hair. It slightly hurt my conscience, but Reese replied in a leisurely tone. Thanks for inviting, but I already have prior engagements today. I'm sorry about that. Oh, is that so? Feeling her queen-like pride torn apart, Violetta walked back to her desk. And Jair went live with some Final Fantasy. Watching her take her frustration out on the other girls, I shook in my head. Hey Reese, you should be a little more kind to her. Huh? What's that about? Snow must have been really curious to him. He was busy stomping footprints into the snow when he turned around and smiled innocently. Well, it's okay, if you don't understand. I backed off and looked up at the sky. If it's this clouded, Marival should be able to come out with some bundling up. I felt something in the back of my head. I stopped my feet and looked around. What's up, Jack? No, it's just that I sort of felt someone watching us. Someone watching us? But my uncle said he'll be making baskets at home today. What does that have to do with anything? Yeah, I guess nobody wants to go into the mountains on a day like this, but besides old Canavan. Well, it was probably just my imagination. I've been waiting for you two. As we opened the gates and went into the room adjacent to the library, Marival, who was wearing long pants for a change, greeted us in. Care to drink something warm first? Exchanging quick glances, we both answered at the same time. No way, we're going riding first. Very well. That's what though you'd say? Though you say? That's what I thought you'd say. Then let us depart for the sea of snow. At least it's not the sea of sand. I'll show you how athletic I am. But I have experience. I won't lose either. We walked with springy steps as we headed for the garage. Excuse me. Marival suddenly felt silent. Following her line of sight on Twitter, we grunted unconsciously. The trembling shadow in front of the garage. It was Violetta, standing there with purple cheeks. She must have tumbled many times. Her blonde hair was covered with snow, and her clothes were wet and muddy. That's a shame. Accompanied by glaring blue eyes, her appearance had an awesome impact. I knew something was going on when that monster attacked us. And the time I caught a glimpse of you at Reese's house. There you go. While Reese and I froze in silence, she ground her teeth and yelled, Let go of them, you monster! Violetta? Pretending not to hear Reese's voice, stopping her, she approached Marival. What vicious teeth, and your breath isn't turning white. You're really not human. What are you trying to do by deceiving them? Violetta tries to grab Marival's shoulders with both hands, but Marival silently avoids her moves. You are correct, human. I am indeed not human. The redness of her eyes turned darker. Her long blonde hair rises up, breaking the laws of gravity. My brain is yelling at me to stop. Marival, but my legs refused to move an inch. So? Marival's white hand extends towards Violetta's forehead, and then she uttered short foreign words against the wide-eyed and rigid Violetta. Along with a flare, Violetta's body collapsed to the ground. Scooping her up into her arms, Marival looked towards us with a colorless face. The clacking sounds of my teeth felt like they were coming from someone else. A high-pitched note rang deeply inside my throat. Ah, Grandma once told me that chickens cried like this when they crushed chickens that can't lay any more eggs. I couldn't tell that part of my head was still cool, but I couldn't pry my eyes from her as if I was bewitched. As we stood there, Marival approached us without a sound, with Violetta in her arms. Reese and I stepped back subconsciously. Seeing that, her face crumpled up. Go home. Never set foot here again. No, Marival, we're sorry. It's not that. But Marival kept her back to us and went inside the castle. Red and Blue looked at us with a puzzled look and then followed her inside. Marival! We shouted out her name, but the gates of Crimson Castle roared shut in front of our noses. The noise of sleet rattled the roofs in the afternoon. Did you finish writing? Reese, wearing a blue apron, came peeking in while stroking his neck. Hey, cut it out! I dived flat onto the table to cover the letter from Reese's eyes. Don't worry, I didn't see it. But is your aircraft really strong enough to fly over the castle wall with a letter strapped to it? Hey, that's not nice. Have more faith in your airplane specialist, the one and only Jack. You say faith, but can't you just simply fly a plane with a message on it through the openings of the castle fence? I guess that would be easier. As I went into deep thought, the sweet smell of roasting apples and cinnamons came trickling into the room. Did you sprinkle a lot of brown sugar for me? Those are your tastes, Reese said coldly and started to whip the cream. You're putting whipped cream on it. Oh, that's the best. As I drooled at my thoughts, Reese looked at me with an appalled look. Hey, weren't you going to show Marival your sincerity? Yes, Marival refused to meet us after that incident, so Reese and I racked our brains together to come up with a way to apologize to her. His plan was to bake her an apple pie. My plan was to write an apology letter and fly it to her with my plane. I took my teacher's advice. Do what you want others to do for you for others. For this plan, but I honestly had no idea how Marival would feel about it. I guess she hated us, thinking that she's a different thing from us too. Your place feels really cozy, I said as I calculated design patterns of a long-distance flight capable paper aircraft on grid paper. You think so? It smells great. The cold from the snow doesn't come in either. I agree. I like the smell of moist cypress logs, too, Reese replied when peeking into the oven. Just then, a loud noise came from the door. What's that? As we watched the door in surprise, the door creaked open. There was Mr. Canavan, owner of this cabin, standing with his hands on his head. Ouch! My leg slipped on the sleet. Old Canavan growled like a bear as he shook the water off of his fur overcoat. You slipped? Are you all right, Uncle? Tapping Reese's head as he brought over a towel, Canavan gave a hearty laugh. Oh, I'm all right. The door must have cracked, though. By the way, Reese, where's that good smell coming from? Canavan sniffed his nose and grinned. No, it's not for you. That's for a gift I'm taking over today. To the little lady at Mr. Bubka's? Not knowing how to answer Canavan, we lowered our eyes. Violet has been cold to us ever since that incident. It seems her memory of Crimson Castle had been erased, but it's no wonder that we've made her mad because of it. What's the matter? Was I wrong? Yes, it's someone you don't know. Say, Uncle, you're home early today. Aye, the sleet has been falling today, is melting down in the new snow from yesterday, so I packed up early before an avalanche starts up. For real? Is this house safe? Ha ha ha, Jack, you're a worrywart. Avalanches start far deeper into the mountains. The forests here will stop the snow long before it can reach here. Reese and I faced each other. Say, would a big avalanche be dangerous even if it were a great castle? Let's see. It depends. Avalanches have great power. There was a 300-yard wide snowpack that slid across a 2-mile perimeter before. When a big one like that comes down, no building is safe, said Caravan. Canavan, not Caravan. What am I talking about? As he took out some sherry from the cabinet. So that means he's Canadian. That's what it means. I think she'll be safe with all those advanced technologies, but if it... We grit our teeth and ran out of the cabin. Hey, wait! What's up with you guys? Canavan yelled with a bottle in one hand. Reese replied back, still wearing the apron. Sorry, Uncle. Don't worry. We'll be right back. Running through the muddy mountain road, I got an email. We ran, slipping into the transporter to the castle. Or email, text message. What am I talking about? Lucky for us, the gates were unlocked and we ran into the castle unstopped. Marival, where are you? Our voices echoed through the creepy stone wall of the hallway. What? Jack? Reese? Marival was there holding her forehead, blinking her eyes in astonishment after crashing and landing on her rear. Red and Blue hovered next to her, holding a ladder. Why did you come here on a risky day like this? Marival was mad with her long hair bristled up. Canavan told us an avalanche was near. We thought you might not know, and... Barriers to stop avalanches are standard issue for us Crimson Nobles, living for thousands of years. That's true. I'm sorry, Marival. I guess it was nothing for us to worry. We're sorry. She stared at us with her face red from anger. What I am angry about is why you two came all the way out here putting yourselves at risk. Her red eyes, which glowed like red flames, fixed on us as we shrunk even further. But we were so worried. Yeah, we thought that if we lost you, we got so scared and... Fools, Marival said with a small voice. Fools, both of you. Potato heads, even. On top of that, you're complete and helpless nincompoops. Contrary to her words, her face blushed red and looked away. Continuing to speak in a tiny voice, so there's no way but to guide you to myself. Marival? Reese and I faced each other and then rushed to hug her together. And that ends Chapter 6. Thanks, that was fun. Alrighty then. So now we want to sleep a few times, I suppose. Hopefully that will, you know, do things. Hopefully that will make, what's her face? Martina appear where she's supposed to be. Da, 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 da. Ba, da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Alright, hopefully that should be good. But maybe it won't be. Do 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 do. Bum 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 bum. Okay, hopefully we should be good now. Da 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 da. Just checking here in case she comes here, because she does come here after, I believe, after Little Rock. There she is! Why the hell is she here? I thought she was supposed to go to Little Rock. Oh, well. Oh, hello there, And I think we want to talk to Chevelle. Alice, don't talk to strangers, you hear? There are dangerous people out in the world these days. Alice? Excuse me? Oh, hello there, Now I think we want time to pass. But I thought she was supposed to appear at Little Rock for, I don't know. Maybe we already did that, and then she was at Little Twister. I don't know. So now I think we want more time to pass. So we'll sleep a few more times. Because there's a second thing here. Like, she appears outside, I believe, by the fountain. Yeah, so I guess we already found her at Little Rock. I guess I just didn't remember that. So we'll sleep a few more nights here. One more. My stomach is like rumbling. Quiet down, you. We'll eat later. Don't even worry about it. Okay. Had to send in a text real quick. Alright. So hopefully now she's outside by the fountain. But more time may need to pass. Or not the fountain, but the little square thing, I believe. Although she may say something else in here, I'm not sure. I think she's supposed to say something else, but I'm not sure. Unless we need to talk to someone outside. I'm not particularly sure. Do you say anything else? There's another text, jeez. Did you hear the rumor about Gemstone Cave having a different entrance? I hear that cave extends as far as the island that borders both the inland and open seas. But why would someone want to make another entrance on an island with no shore? I'm sure there are reasons. The dragon hunters lived in a village called Laxus Land, where you have to cross north of the inland sea. I hear it's difficult to cross because of the Dune Canyon monster scare. Oh yeah? Let's try and talk to her again. I think Twitch is being stupid. So we should probably call this a stream because of that, because I think it's like messing up or something anyway. So, but we've streamed for quite some time today, so I think this is a good place to leave off. So next time, we'll probably go back to the Secret Garden, and then we'll go to Claiborne, and figure out where we need to go next. So, thanks everyone for stopping by for this 5.5 hour stream. Pretty good stuff. And I shall see y'all next time. Good stuff.